Have you ever wondered why some people seem to rise above every challenge, while others stay stuck in the same place year after year? Why do some people move forward with unstoppable energy, while others wake up every day feeling drained and defeated? The truth is, it's not luck. It's not talent. It's not even intelligence. It's something far more powerful. Life isn't shaped by giant moments of success. It's built in the hidden details of every single day. You may think it takes a massive breakthrough to change your story, but the reality is, one small shift can start rewriting your entire future. The most powerful transformations don't come from the outside. They come from a simple decision you make inside your own mind. But here's where it gets interesting. Most people never make that decision. They wait for motivation to magically appear. They wait for the perfect time, the perfect chance, the perfect opportunity. And while they're waiting, life keeps moving. The days slip by, the years blur together, and the dream they once carried slowly fades away. Think about it. How many times have you promised yourself that tomorrow would be different? How many times have you said, "I'll start when I'm ready," or "I'll change when I feel motivated"? And how many times has tomorrow come, and nothing really changed? That cycle is the silent trap of human psychology. Our brain wants comfort more than it wants growth. It whispers lies like, "You can't do this," or "You'll never be consistent." And if you believe that voice, you stay in the same place, living the same life, over and over again. But here's the secret. Change doesn't happen when you feel ready. Change happens when you decide. It happens when you say, "I refuse to stay where I am." That decision doesn't need to be loud or dramatic. It only needs to be real. One choice, one habit, one step can unlock a completely different life. And if you stay with me until the end of this video, I promise to give you the key to that one powerful habit. The habit that can transform everything. Think about what that would mean for you. More confidence, more focus, more progress. Imagine looking back a year from now and realizing that your life is unrecognizable, not because you did everything, but because you mastered one thing. That's the reward waiting for you if you keep listening. Now pause for a moment and look at your life as it is today. Be honest with yourself. Where are you stuck? Where do you feel like you're spinning in circles, working hard but going nowhere? Is it your health? Your career? Your goals? Or maybe it's the simple exhaustion of waking up and feeling like nothing really changes. That frustration isn't random. It's your mind telling you that something needs to shift. It's the signal that you're meant for more. Here's what psychology teaches us. The brain loves patterns. It loves habits. Every thought you think, every action you take, every response you give creates a groove in your mind. The deeper the groove, the stronger the habit. That's why change feels so hard, because your brain is wired to repeat what feels familiar. But here's the empowering truth. If your brain can wire itself into unhelpful habits, it can also rewire itself into powerful ones. You hold that ability inside you right now, and that's what this video is about. Not theory, not wishful thinking, but a proven truth. One powerful habit can rewire your mind, rebuild your discipline, and reshape your future. You don't need to chase every goal at once. You don't need to be perfect. You only need to understand the psychology of one consistent decision. That decision, repeated daily, becomes unstoppable momentum. So here's my challenge for you. Don't just listen to this message passively. Don't let it fade like background noise. Lock in, pay attention. Because if you stay until the very end, you're going to discover the exact habit that can move you from where you are right now to where you've always wanted to be. That's the promise. And the reward is a version of yourself that you've never seen before. This is not about inspiration for a few minutes and then back to the same routine. This is about transformation. Real, lasting, unstoppable transformation. One habit is all it takes to start. Stay with me, because by the time you finish this, you won't just feel motivated. You'll know exactly how to take action and keep going when the motivation fades. Have you ever asked yourself why change feels so urgent inside, yet so impossible in reality? Why do you feel that spark of motivation one day, only to see it vanish the next, leaving you exactly where you started? This is the hidden pain of staying the same. And it is heavier than failure, heavier than rejection, heavier than any obstacle life can throw at you. Because deep down, staying the same means betraying the future you know you are capable of becoming. Think about the weight of repeating the same day over and over, waking up with the same worries, carrying the same regrets, living the same story. It's not just frustrating, it eats at your spirit. The human mind craves progress. Psychology tells us that progress is one of the strongest drivers of human happiness. But when your days look the same, when your effort never turns into growth, you feel a silent kind of pain. A pain you don't always talk about, but you carry it everywhere you go. This is why people feel restless even when life looks fine on the outside. They smile, they go to work, they show up for their responsibilities, but inside there's a voice whispering, "This isn't who I'm meant to be. I was made for more than this." That quiet voice is not your weakness. It is your truth. It's the reminder that you were not born to stay the same. You were born to evolve. But the greatest trap is this. Most people learn to silence that voice. They convince themselves to accept less. They tell themselves stories like, "This is just how life is," or "Maybe I'm not meant for something greater." That is not reality. It's resignation. And resignation is the slowest form of self-destruction. The longer you stay the same, the deeper the habit of stagnation becomes. Your brain starts to normalize it. You begin to accept your own excuses as facts. You stop trying. You stop reaching. You stop believing in yourself. And every day you stay stuck, it gets harder to imagine breaking free. This is why so many people live entire lives trapped inside a version of themselves they never wanted to be. Now, here's what you need to understand. The pain of staying the same will always outweigh the discomfort of change. Yes, change is uncomfortable. Yes, it feels hard at first. But the pain of not changing? That pain doesn't just fade, it grows. It shows up in regret. It shows up in wasted years. It shows up in the voice that keeps you awake at night, wondering what your life could have been if you had dared to start. And regret is the heaviest burden a human can carry. Studies in psychology have shown that when people look back on their lives, what hurts the most are not the things they did and failed. What hurts the most are the things they never tried. Missed chances, dreams ignored, potential left untouched. That is the true cost of staying the same. Ask yourself right now, if nothing changes in your life, where will you be 5 years from now? 10 years? Will you be stronger, happier, closer to your goals? Or will you be standing in the same place, looking back at a decade wasted? That question alone can shake you awake, because deep inside you already know the truth. If nothing changes, nothing changes. This is where the urgency comes in. You don't have unlimited chances. You don't have endless time to keep postponing your growth. Every day you delay is a day you can never get back. And every day you remain the same, you move further away from the person you're meant to become. But here's the good news. The pain you feel right now, the frustration of being stuck, that pain is fuel. It's proof that you care. It's proof that you haven't given up on yourself, even if you've been silent about it. That ache inside is not weakness. It's the fire waiting to be directed. Instead of drowning in it, you can use it to rise. And the moment you decide that the pain of staying the same is no longer acceptable, that moment becomes the turning point of your life. Because once you refuse to stay stuck, you open yourself to change. You open yourself to discipline. You open yourself to the possibility of becoming someone you never thought you could be. This is why the decision matters. The day you say, "I will no longer tolerate the life that keeps me small," is the day your entire future begins to shift. That decision is the spark. That decision is the power. And it starts with being brutally honest about the pain of staying the same. So stop telling yourself you can handle it. Stop pretending it doesn't matter. You already know it does. And until you face that truth, nothing will move forward. But when you do, when you admit that staying the same is no longer an option, then and only then do you give yourself the chance to create the life you've always wanted.